you might ask the question in terms of yes, you're converting Woodgate to serve eventually the feeder pattern over to River Valley. What the new school though in Hewitt? And this scatter plot, if you will, graph just shows though exactly where, if you see all the purple dots, where do our families and kids live, and we're able to, of course, with geomapping type of software, know where the students live, and that is very helpful to see where our growth is, and our growth is predominantly along Hewitt Drive and Woodway Drive. We do have a number of square miles in the district, but we are still very urban, if you will, and dense where our neighborhoods are, and so we've seen a lot of growth in the city limits of Waco that is adjacent to Hewitt, certainly close to Spring Valley and Castleman Creek Elementary Schools. And so the district already owns 2 pieces of property in Hewitt. We own these outright. They were purchased in anticipation. We own about a 25-acre tract on Old Temple Road next to the Hewitt's Warren Park, so that could be a possibility, as well as we own about almost 60 acres on Ritchie Road. Not at the corner of Warren and Ritchie, but a little bit further under the Hewitt Water Tower in that area. And so that does give us the possibilities of possible placement. Don't know exactly where that might be just yet. We will continue to monitor the different neighborhoods and growth and where our students might come from. And so again, just real quickly, what does Woodgate look like? This just demonstrates to you that Woodgate would need renovations because we would have pre-K and kindergartners, first grade. That requires more restroom type of facilities and classroom size changes. So we would renovate Woodgate, as well as on one side of the campus, one wing, and the other wing for the 2nd through 5th graders. River Valley, you'll notice some of the yellow boxes there just demonstrates where we would possibly add on to the school. One of the considerations was the age difference between a 6th grader and an 8th grader. It was really important that we take that in consideration. So we looked very carefully, tentatively looking at how to do that. And so the new wing could be for our 8th graders, closest to some of the extracurricular programs that they may be involved with, and then the current River Valley with one floor being 7th graders and one floor being 6th graders. We would also, though, just keep in mind making sure this campus is comparable to our current middle school so that we offer the same in terms of our fine art programs and athletic programs. And so I assure you we're not building a new performing arts center or building any new stadiums, but we certainly have practice type of facilities, tennis courts, and then in the interior, be sure that we renovate for choir, band, orchestra, programs of that nature for our kids. Now, Midway Middle School, again, you'll see red. That just means we want to touch a lot of these areas, looking at certainly resurfacing and looking at lighting throughout the campus. Our kitchen and cafeteria area is certainly in need of renovation too, so that would be a priority. But also looking 8th graders again. 8th graders on one side of the campus, one wing, as well as in renovating for our 6th and 7th graders, possibly on another portion of the campus. Now, at Midway High School, the committee looked very carefully at that in making its decision. We examined the possibility of a 9th grade centers, magnet type schools, but what kept coming back over and over again, though, was the popularity and the interest that our students have in career and technical education programs. And so that was decided that would be the best for our students in order to provide more classroom space. We're very proud to be a district called, through the Project Lead the Way national curriculum, and what our very popular classes are our engineering, computer science, and this year we've just added biomedical. These are classes that students can take that prepares them directly for a career and or directly for college. And we would love to continue to grow those particular programs, but we've also seen growth in our agricultural science programs. And this is, of course, students that many of you may recall that's where students show animals, but we also have so many students taking other courses and competing in areas, in leadership areas. And for example, we have this year the statewide vice president in the FFA. So we're very proud of our ag science program, but it also has, again, more and more students wanting to take those classes, and we would look at that current facility on the campus and add on to it as well. And so if this Career Technical Center is constructed, where those courses currently are in the high school could be renovated for your general education classes in math, science, English, social studies, things like that to accommodate the growth of the district. And then finally, about maintenance and renovation, the 6% of the bond, we are looking at HVAC and roofing, as I mentioned to you, on schedule at several campuses. We're also, though, looking at that technology data center. And to share with you, over the summer, the district did purchase the former EMSI building there on Hewitt Drive and Panther Way. It used to be, if you've been in the community a number of years, a Food Lion grocery store. Had been renovated, of course, for a call center. But one of the things that was important was to better secure the data of the district. I'm talking about our student data and our staff data, and certainly to continue in our efforts for any cyber attacks that could occur. And so this facility is purchased outright already by the district, and so the bond does have some dollars to renovate that for about a third of it for our technology technicians to house from there. And then finally, the other part, we're certainly considering a number of things. And one of the things that we see is growing in our community has been the number of students that have requested information about our non-traditional high school program. We call it the Excel program. These are students that want a different approach possibly to high school, maybe for attending school about 4 hours a day and then working in the workforce. And so that is a fantastic location right along Hewitt Drive, the number of job availability and the possibility that students could attend courses as well as working at the same time. And so that could be also included in renovations of that data center.